3, and welcome to the Greenhouse Lounge. How y'all doing tonight? We're doing another LED Live. So, y'all in a LED Lives, and we're doing this tonight in the Greenhouse Lounge. Okay, let's get this popping. Let me see, because I can't see the camera from that far away, but I'm just give y'all a little span. Now, I was going to do this outside. That was my whole intention, but it's so late. By the time this is over, it's going to be dark outside, and this is a lot of stuff to carry back in. Plus, my bees got into my, I'm making apple cider vinegar, and my bees got into my apple cider vinegar, and they going nuts. So, they are all over the place. So, here we are, back in the house. So, I had to have Little Leg help me bring all this stuff back in the house, tables and everything, and hurry up. And trust me, behind this camera is a mess. But I'm doing all I can do. So what we're here doing tonight is a lot of people had a lot of questions on how to hook something up in parallel, how to hook your solar panels up in parallel, how to hook your solar panels up in series. Now, everybody has something a little different, right? Everybody has something a little different. So, that's why I'm doing this, because it's different ways really to hook up a lot of different things. It's all similar, but it's a couple things that you have to watch out for that people are really starting to burn their stuff up because they ain't reading that manual. How y'all doing tonight? Good to see you. Let me click y'all in here, because I really wanna answer some questions, because I saw one question when I first pulled up the live. Who was that? Crafts Bayou. So Crafts Bayou, since you're the first one I saw tonight, I'm gonna say this to you. Guava, okay? Since you was the first one to call out the mug, guava to you. If you don't know who this is, I'm gonna let you Google that, okay? Guava, everybody in the Greenhouse Lounge, welcome tonight. We're gonna be talking about a little bit of solar. Power up. See any tea bag in that one. All right, thank you, Daryl Jarvis. Thank you. Guava. She said, yes, I said, you know what, I can't do them wrong tonight. So yes, can Stimpy. Ren is in the archive. Let me see. How you doing, Donald G? Sonia G. Donald G and Sonia G. All right. Hey, Regina Kelly. How you doing tonight? Okay, I can see everybody now. All right, that's better. That's much better. Let me see. How many generators do we need? That's good. That's a good question. How many generators do you need? That's a question only you can answer. Only you can answer that question. And the question of how much power do I need to power up an apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment, that's not even a real question. So before we get into that, I know I'm gonna say it a few times. Or how much power do I need for a 2-level house? That's not even a real question. So when people ask that question, it just lets me know you got a lot of research to do. That's nothing that right off the bat answer. You can't answer that. Okay, it's not like we catering, because that's a catering question. You know, it's a party of 5, and then there's the wedding party. Okay, so they're gonna, with all of the wedding party it's gonna be 200 people. Solar don't work like that. Okay, I get that question all the time. All the time. What's up, Ask Ive? I see you in the house. What's up, brother? Oh, I almost messed something up. Say I got 2 rich solar panels coming. We can start out with that right now. Ooh. Okay, I just got me 2 more 100-watt Renogy panels. And I haven't put them on my grid yet because how many generators do you own and all that? I haven't, how many do you own? That's what we need to be worried about. Look, you got to get power for your own house. We got to figure that out. This ain't a contest. It ain't a contest and it ain't a game, okay? It ain't about who got the most. Listen, let me break something down to you real quick. Before we go too far. Questions like that. I bought everything here with my own money except for the Bouge RV. You would ask yourself, why am I doing that? I'm doing that to help you figure out what may be best for you. So you can see it in action. Because the worst things that people have a problem with me, I'm trying to show you stuff that I would want to see. I want to see, can it run a toaster? Can that one that I'm looking at run a blender? Can that one, that's what I'm trying to show you. So I'm spending my own hard-earned money to show you. And I honestly, listen, as much as y'all do for me, I feel I can at least do that. So this ain't a contest. And I see a lot of people doing that like, oh, I just bought this one too and that one too. And they haven't opened none of the boxes. They don't know how to use any of them. And they don't really care about any of that. They just want to purchase them for no reason. Please don't do that. Please don't waste your money. Okay? Now, I do need this much power for my house, our offices, and my RV. I got family that I take care of too. So if you wonder, look around and be like, that's ridiculous. You have no idea what I do here. Okay? Trust me. And what the first few that I did have was me trying to find out with my own feet, how much power do I need? And then this guy came along. Your kilowatt meter. Your kilowatt meter is going to stop you wasting a lot of money. Because this is going to tell you that this ain't going to power your refrigerator, your stove, your RV, your microwave. This ain't going to cut it. Okay? This is going to tell you a lot of things, going to save you a lot of money. I'm going to put that in the description box below, link it so you can click it and tick it. Okay? So that's why I'm doing what I do. I need this much power, and I hope that me fumbling around with it, it helps you. Okay. And when you daisy chain the AC 200p and the EcoFlow, do you drain the 200p by DC charging both? I think I did it right. I'm such a newbie. That's okay. That was actually a smart question. And I'm going to tell you, I try to daisy chain them in all different ways, especially with this, I got all these cables out here. With this USB-C cable, that's the truth. Because that's giving you almost 100% of what you ain't losing no power with this thing. So I'm even starting to daisy chain with these. I've ordered several of these, all rated at 100 watts, because you can get these, the thin one. I got a thin one that only lets you get 60 watts. See this? See the thickness and the thinness of those two? This one will only let me get 60 watts, but this one will let me pull 100 watts. So now I'm starting to get a little bit more slick with this, because those is everything. Now the other way I daisy chain is through the DC ports. And if you need to do a multiple, you're going to need something like this. This is cheap and cheesy, but it'll get the job done, okay? So I will put one DC port in here, one DC port in here, blah, blah, blah. You get the message, right? And then plug all of those up into my mama bird right here. So let's get it cracking. Okay, for the coffee machine users, because I drink coffee, y'all know that. A lot of these will not power your coffee maker. You have no, this will give you an idea of how much, why your power bill is so high all the time. Your power bill is high because we do a lot of stuff and you just like to hit a switch and you never think about how much power you're using, right? That coffee maker is using anywhere from 500 and up watts instantly, because not only is it heating that heating coil up in the to heat the water, it's also at the bottom keeping that plate hot. So all of those watts, that takes a lot of power. And if you got something small like this, that's not gonna cut it. I haven't tried it on the Energizer, but I don't even think the Energizer would do it either. That's 500 watts. And it peak out real quick. Okay. Hey, V Solo. Oh, we talk about coffee. Then can you use UV sun mimicking plant grow lights to power solar panel? I was thinking about using them in conjunction with my EcoFlow solar panels. Okay, I've done it on a very small, very small solar panel. But then you got to ask yourself, what are you plugging the lights into to power the solar panel, to power the generator? And if you're talking about doing it in a circle, you're losing so much power, it'll only work for a little while. Hey, Mississippi Girl Life. Mississippi Girl Life, I'm glad to see you. Can you please email me, Mississippi Girl Life? Pretty please. Today, if possible, if you ain't busy, okay? Okay, I'm very new trying to catch up. Yeah, I see a lot of talk about making coffee, so I don't know. I get all the questions in the world. Thank you, Mississippi Garden Girl. I get all the questions in the world when I'm cutting up, but when I say, okay, who got a question, it's almost like school, right? When the teacher be like, okay, who got a question? Everybody be like. My fear of connecting the panels is frying myself in the process because they will be collecting energy outdoors. So what you want to do is flip your panels over while you're connecting them. I even do that. I flip my panels face down on the ground, on the grass, while I'm connecting them. Because, I mean, you know what I'm saying? When you unplugging something, a plug, an AC plug, you don't put your fingers all by the little prongs, right? I do the same thing. You know, I flip my panels over and I try not to give them no light. Because they're safe, but no matter what, it's electricity. I flip them over so they don't get light. Hey, Gigi's Natural Homestead. How you doing tonight? Okay. So you live in the desert and you can't do that. We'll put a blanket over. This ain't rocket science, people. Some of this is common sense, okay? Some of it is common sense. Let me see. That was one. Do you know if the Jackery solar panel will work on the flashlight power station? That's something that. Oh, the flash fish. I have no idea. I don't have a flash fish. What would be good to run a refrigerator? Didn't I just say that? I don't know. I have no idea. How many watts does your refrigerator pull? Okay, if the AC200 can only take 6 panels, now remember, it ain't just that it can take only 6 panels, it's how many volts that it can handle. Okay, and I'm using 100 watt Renogy panels, which it can take up to, I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh, it's on the side. I think it's 150 volts. I think it's 150 volts. So each one of the panels is like 21 volts, 100 watts. So 2, 4, 6, 8. You know what I'm saying? So you do that math, and I stop around there. Even though you got a little bit more to play with, I stop right there. And if you're going to really, truly over panel, just run everything in parallel. Yeah, 145. Somewhere around there. I just see, I'm here so we can do this. So I just put everything so neatly that I didn't want to disturb the groove. And I left all the papers in the other room, all the directions. It's right here in my face and I cannot see it. Look, I need a flashlight. I'm about to tell you right now. 150 volts. I knew it. It's 150 volts. So at 150 volts, you do the math with that. You know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, all the way right before you get to 150. I don't like to go over. Hey, SEI Family Garden. Oh, man, I got something for you. I say that every time. It's so close to me, I don't want to say nothing. So, guava to everybody in the room that just came in here. Happy Friday. Another LED Live. How y'all doing? Welcome to the Greenhouse Lounge. What are your new solar panels? They're the same as what I got outside. They're just Renogy panels. 100-watt Renogy panels. I'm gonna put them in the link below when I'm done. Do you have, oh, that was a good question. All right, do you have a solar panel suggestion for the Energizer power station? In that video, I was using a 100-watt Renogy panel. It's in the video. I even say it in the video. Will the Energizer solar battery work with the Blue Eddy solar panels? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Depending on the wattage, because I don't know exactly which ones you're talking about. Check your wattage, check your volts. Okay, names don't mean crap. Compatibility with the volts and the watts are everything. Don't just go off of names. Ask Ive say, I got my Energizer today. Man, ask Ive. Ask Ive. Is it the truth or what? I mean, you got your way of thinking about things and how the things you want things done, and I got mine. But I'm telling you, bruh, that thing the truth. Listen, I've been testing it out every day. Look, it's almost dead. I'm at 29% because I've been taking it to work every single day to really put it through its paces. I kid you not. I dropped it in my mail truck today. I mean, hard. I mean, it crashed down to the concrete, and the concrete wasn't smooth, and it still hit. It's a beast, man. It been running the Bouge RV 23 quart all day, over 8 hours. That 100 PD input is crazy. Ain't that stupid? That's what I'm not using that right now for the video. But yeah, don't get me started, man. I'm about to start talking like we at the club. But I'm sorry, everybody. How much for the Energizer? I'm going to link that below, okay? Because the price keep changing, and I'm not sure at this very moment. But ask God, you know what I'm talking about. Let me see. What do you think about the Duracell generator? Do not get it because I can't say don't get it. The Duracell generator is outdated by leaps and bounds. It's kind of like, I have no comparison. That's how outdated it is. I was about to use an analogy, but even the analogy is old. I wouldn't do it for the price of the Duracell battery that you people is getting from that one big box store. The price of that, and it's 600 watts, right? It's 600 watts for that price. Almost everything on this table is that same price and almost double the wattage in volts. And lithium ion or lithium life pole, way better technology. Trust me. Trust me. If it was me, I would say no. I gotta pass. I actually did buy it and sent it back in the day. You ever use car batteries for anything? Yes, cars. I'm sorry. That was a bump dad joke. No. Um, are you familiar? And do me a favor, if you're trying to hook up a home grid solar system and you're using car batteries, regular old car batteries, if it is not an emergency and you don't have them out in the garage or something like that, you know, those fumes can sneak up and punch you in the grapes. So it's a little dangerous to do that. I got so many questions that these manuals don't address. I feel like a kid. Well, some of it is personal type questions. Those manuals are pretty cut forward. Some of them is horrible, I gotta admit, but some is right on the money for what you need, and everything else is trial and error and hour type videos. EB70, one panel can do. I don't understand your question. EB70, one panel can do. I can't, I don't know, Lamont, what you're saying. Let me see. First time catch. Hey, Chris, how you doing tonight? Question, is the Bouger-V 180 watt 12 volt solar kit a good package? 12 volt solar kit. I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. I haven't heard of that yet. I'm gonna have to ask about that. 12 volt solar kit. What is it? I got them outside running. Okay. I bought the Bouger-V folding solar panel and generator, but the cord is short. The cord is very short. Now, Rose, I think you asked me earlier, the cord is short. There are particular extension cords I need. Yes. And you know what? I think you asked earlier in the live. You was one of the first ones in the live tonight, and I saw that while I was taking my work clothes off. Let me show you right now, because I brought out an example just for you. So, just like the Jackery now, Bouger-V, we're gonna have to fix that. The Jackery plugs only have that 8mm barrel plug like this, right? So the Bouger-V folding panels do too. They do not come with MC4 connections. They come with this 8mm barrel plug. Now listen close, okay? So what you're going to do is going to come with something like this, and it's going to be really short for the Bouger-V, right? You're going to want an MC4 connector. I would suggest you purchase an MC4 with an 8mm barrel plug on the end. This is an adapter, okay? I got a couple of these extra. If you don't get this, here's another alternative. Please get the MC4 adapter though, but here's another alternative. Here's the extension. All of this is a 30-foot extension cord, and it's just the 8mm barrel plug. That's all it is. So it'll go from your either Jackery plug or your Bouger-V plug, folding panels, and go right into your solar generator. Your input on your, let's say your Jackery right here, okay? It'll go right in there. But I would really, really, really advise that you just go ahead and get the MC4 with the 8mm barrel plug, okay? Trust me, because most solar panels do not have that barrel plug. So far, only Bouger-V and Jackery from what I'm seeing, okay? From what I own. You're going to want to switch that over, because most, like this Renogy panel has, oh, that's a bad example. That's another example I have for you. Most have MC4 connections, okay? Let me take them off because that was going to be an example. I don't want to confuse you. Okay. They're going to, most panels come like this with these adapters, okay? Those are the bomb. So remember, get this adapter. Remember, MC4 to 8mm MC4 to 8mm adapter. I'm going to put that in a link below so you will know what it is, okay? So you'll be able to click on it after the video. Okay, I'm back in the house, y'all. I'm sorry. But a lot of people had that question. So I don't like wrapping stuff around my neck either. I hate that. How you doing, remote control? I like your name. I really do. This is all new to me, but I must learn, as I have an oxygen concentrator and a CPAP that I need to ensure have continuous power during lost power situation. Okay. Yeah, you may want to pay a little attention. What's your ideal panel generator setup? Okay. That's not a good question for me because I think every generator, in my own experience, all this year, what I've been using, all of these, let me put this back in the frame, they all handle something different. Like, I want a sports car, I want a pickup truck, I want a Jeep, I want an RV, I want a Corvette. Not because I'm greedy with it, but all of them serve a different purpose. So every one of these generators serve a different purpose. If I was to start all over again, the first thing I would do, this was my very first one, the Blue Eddy 150. If I had to do it all over again, I would start with the Blue Eddy AC 200P because it powers everything. And then I will buy a bunch of small ones afterwards because all of these little babies feed off of the mama. These is my puppies. All of these is my puppies. Okay? But this the big dog right here. All of them come and feed off of Big Mama at the end of the day. When we done using them, everything, the EcoFlow probably, okay, that's at 89%. The Energizer is low. The Jackery, I didn't take that out today, so that's at 100. But I know the Bourgeois V is low. Or maybe not. She must have put it on the sun. But all of them, at night, we bring them back to the station and plug them back into the mama. Yeah, all of them my puppies. And this my big dog, Denzel. Okay, my EcoFlow 600 will be here in a few days. So excited. You're going to love that thing. Led, what type of extension cord can I use with my Blue Eddy 120 solar panel? You need just an extension cord for MC4 extension cord. Now we'll go with either a 12 or a 14 gauge. Let me see. Since watching all of your lives, this topic, I feel like the Energizer will suit me best when I finally buy a generator for the watts. I checked my house that I needed emergencies. There you go. Sorry. I can only get bits and pieces. I had to take somebody to. Oh okay. I'm sorry to hear that. You saved me with generator from leaving my home in New Orleans. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm grateful. Jackery, Go Power Plus, Harbor Freight. Amen. Thank you. I love to hear stories like that. See, we don't just be in here cutting up. We helping each other. We helping each other. Okay. Hey, Diva 9000. Let me see. Never was into YouTube, but you are so awesome in watching your videos. Thank you, Rose. Thank you. Or Roz J. I'm sorry. So helpful, informative. Thank you so much. If I ain't cutting up half the time. Robert says, car alternator I modify runs my electric furnace in the winter. That's awesome. That's awesome. What can a 7-watt solar panel charge up? I don't know. How does the Energizer compare to the EcoFlow? It's two entirely different animals. Two entirely different animals. Okay? That's what I'm here to talk about tonight. Besides the hooking up, some of this stuff, and you know what, you guys see a lot of comparison. Let me. This stool ain't cutting it. It is cutting it. It's cutting my cheeks. Hold on. Let's get down to the nitty gritty here. All right, nose runner. All right. So we can keep that in the front. All right. you see a lot of comparisons of these things online, right? And I'm telling you right now, some of those is just to make a video. There really is no comparisons between a lot of these because they all do different stuff. They're different animals, different for different purposes. They're all built for different purposes. So what I'm starting to find out is some of these things, even if you go from the Bouge to the Jackery, two entirely different creatures. And it really kind of ain't fair to compare the two. That's what I'm starting to figure out. So I cannot say the Jackery or the Bouge is better than one another because they serve two entirely different purposes. Okay, let me see. I seen something about some lightning. What was that? Can a small generator daisy up to a bigger generator? Yes, just like this. I just got through talking about it. The Jackery, that's just because that's the first one I pulled up. Jackery, put the power plug in the Jackery, and now let's put that in the DC port. That's pass-through charger. We just daisy chain that. Now I can come from the, let's do this. I just pulled that plug out, right? Where did I have that in? Okay. Now I'm going to go from the Jackery, coming out the DC port of the Jackery, and I'm going to go into the Energizer. Watch this. Cut it on. Now we charging. See that? You just keep doing that to each and every single one, but they all feeding off of mama. You ever see that one horror movie called something like some The Three Dog or something, whatever it was? You ever see that? Ugh. I don't know if you ever seen that one. Can one Harbor Freight panel power the EB70? Yes, it can. It can. These two are the same. The Bouge 716 and the EB70. Somebody know about that movie. Okay. Now I want another solar generator. I've never used my electric for coffee or charger on laptop, anything. That's what I'm saying. Use your equipment. Don't just be buying them because it's fun, because it is fun. All right. Let me see. Lead, what cord do I need to hook up my Blue Eddy EB70 and a little GoPro Plus to my 100-watt Harbor Freight solar panels? Number one, don't hook that GoPower Plus up to no big panel like that. Don't do that. In your EB70, the adapter you're going to need is the SAE. I got one here. I got one. SAE to MC4 adapter. I switched all of mine out, so I don't need them. I changed all of mine. I literally did some surgery. You're going to need this adapter right here. I'll put it in the link below. Okay? I'm doing my best to keep caught up on it. You're going to need the SAE to the MC4 adapter. You plug this, and it comes with, listen, this is where everybody mess up right here. It just fell out. Okay. This is the current. It's going to switch the current. Okay? So you have to put this on. You have to. Or it's not going to work. And a lot of people keep saying, Led, it ain't working. I say, did you put that little piece on that's still in the bag? No, I don't need no extension. Put it on. That ain't what that's for. Put that little piece on. Okay? It's going and then plug it in. Then it's going to work. This is all you need. This little adapter. Then now look. Now you can use your Harbor Freight panels with this. You plug this into your Harbor Freight, and you plug this and your other adapter, whatever came with your generator, like this. That's gonna go in your generator. You just got MC4s on it like that. And you plug them in, and it goes into your Harbor Freight panels. If you have to order them Harbor Freight panels online, just go with something else. Hey, Nature Zone. All right, I'm sorry. doing my. Hey, Andale, thank you so much for that. Thank you, Andale. You the best. Is there a difference in solar panel glass? I have no idea. In solar panel glass, uh, Gene Show. Why? I mean, why? Because I want to know too. In the glass. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the question. The Blue Eddy AC30, a pretty good station. For the price of the Blue Eddy AC30, it's just too many other options out there right now for that. I can't wait to, okay. I'm trying to go back and see if I see any questions. Here we go. Which would you recommend for someone who lives in a townhouse? I answered that earlier. That you living in a townhouse has nothing to do with which generator you need. How much power, what do you plan on doing with it is the question that you have to ask for yourself. Okay? What do you plan on doing with it? Is you just buying it just to be buying it? You buying it for safety? You buying it for emergencies? You buying it because you like to go camping and go to the park? You buying it for bug out? You buying it for your medical situations? It's 1,000 billion different reasons why you need all of these. Each one serves a different purpose. That's why I'm kind of letting people. Well, that's why I'm doing this whole video. Let me see. If you don't know how many watts you need to purchase this first. It's called a kilowatt meter. The kilowatt meter, you plug this in the wall, then you plug your appliance in here, hit the watt button, and it's going to say, oh, it's pulling 300 watts. Which one of these can pull 300 watts and for how long? That's what you're going to need. This thing costs like 30 bucks. Monocrystalline, Pam said monocrystalline, I think is better. But you know what? Every single person that deals with solar here on YouTube that I've seen, they are saying they can't even see a big difference. So right now, with things going on, prices, supplies are dwindling. So I'm going to say this, like I said before about the Harbor Freight panels. Get a panel if you can get a panel. I mean, if you can get something like a Renogy or a Rich panel, get it. But if you can't, because a lot of them is running out, man, get what you got to get. And people is getting a little nitpicky, but supplies are running out. You're going to nitpick yourself until everything is gone. Then you're going to be high and dry. Let me see. Ask Ives say mono and poly are getting closer in price. So whatever you can afford. Amen. And you know what? As much power that you lose through connections and how you connect it, what kind of cord you connected it with, the amount of power that you're trying to save, it ain't gonna matter anyway. Renogy panels were cheaper than the Harbor Freight panels. True. Like I said, I only got the Harbor Freight panels because they were there and to do a video on them. I still like the Harbor Freight panels, and everybody ain't ordering stuff online. Some people, if you don't want to order online and you need a panel today, I would go Harbor Freight. But if not, if you're going to order online, go get whatever you want. If the grid goes down, how many people will you let come to your place? I won't even be here. Let me see. How many watts is your mama generator? This is the Blue Eddy AC200P. That's 2,000 watts with a 2,000 watt inverter. Let me see. Can I use my Jackery panels with the Energizer power bank? You can, but I think you're going to need an adapter because I think the Jackery panels have an 8mm port and the Energizer does not. The Energizer, I don't even know what that port is called, but no. You would need an adapter. I mean, you could, but you're going to need an adapter. Oh, it's the 5521. You said the 5521 port. Is that what it is? Ask God, because I don't know what that port is. About how much is the mama generator? I'm not gonna say no prices. You got to go online and check that, because prices been changing up and down on everything lately with everything that's going on. When did y'all get y'all RV? We got that about six or 7 months ago. We actually are doing a whole video on why we bought an RV. Why do I always have one? I've had plenty, well, not plenty. I've had a couple before in our past, and there's reasons why I always like to keep an RV. We're gonna, me and Lady Led together are gonna do a video about what made us buy an RV, why did we buy the one we bought versus a brand spanking new one. I can tell you that right now. The reason why we didn't buy a brand spanking new one, because the whole idea of it is I don't want to be paying nobody for somewhere to live if something happened. I bought that. That's paid for. The title is in my locker. That's bought and paid for. Yes, I could have bought a 2021, but buying an older one, this sound and mechanically sound and everything is updated and everything, you gotta use your head. Some people will go out there and spend $80,000 on a brand new RV talking about some just in case the stuff hit the fan or moving off grid, but you got $80,000 on your back where somebody can just come with that tow truck and basically take your house away from you because you ain't paid? No. Let me see. That's a whole nother video. Let me see. I picked up the Jupiter 2000 inverter 139. Says best used with lead batteries, but I can only use lipo batteries instead. I have no idea. I'm not sure. You wanted, if it says, listen, if the instructions say use it with lead batteries, use it with lead batteries. We had that exact RV. It was so reliable, and lost in a hurricane. I miss it. It's awesome. I'm sorry to hear that though, Mama Bear. Been looking one for under 10 grand. It's hard to find an RV these days. Good luck. Good luck. Because I'm telling you, we would find one, it'd be gone. We'll find one, gone, 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 gone. In minutes. The only ones be left behind, and they even bought some of them ones that you ain't quite sure what happened inside there. Like, we got in one RV and it was like a crime scene. And the dude was like, yeah, everything works real good. And all I could think was, is that blood? Do you still live in here? Like right now? Yeah, but I have everything out before you. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you. Trust me. Yeah, one of those Breaking Bad RVs. Yeah. Yeah, and trust me, what I just said was a true story too. Like, what's that hole in the wall? Because this ain't a real house. So a hole in the wall means that's serious in an RV. Oh, we just put a mirror over that. So, Texas have a lot of RVs. What's a good power bank? I don't know what kind of power bank you looking for, Felix. I may have to convert a school bus. I'm going, Crafty Bayou, I'm going to say this. If you plan on converting anything or putting work into anything, you know what you see a lot of online? Half-built schoolies, half-built converter vans, half-built, because that's a lot of work, and you better know what you're doing or have enough money to convert it. And then you, at the end, you're going to be like, I could have just bought an RV. So before you start talking about converting a school bus, you really want to look into seeing how much it costs to convert a school bus. I thought about it myself. When I started tabulating it up, it got ridiculous real quick. So School bus is very reliable, very sturdy, very strong, and that's what it has in its favor. But for the most part, no, no. That's just too much. And you gotta have the money and you gotta have the time to be tinkering on that thing every day till it is livable. Just words of wisdom. Trust me, I've been there. I was gonna try that myself. Let me see. I just wanted to save you some trouble, Crafty. I'm sorry. Led, do you use inverters anymore? No, I don't have a reason for a home grid system right at this moment. Someone said they found an 8 millimeter to 5521 and it worked, but I haven't tested it at your own risk. Yeah, I'm going to wait on that one. I want to see somebody else first. When they see that orange smoke and smell that smell, then we'll see. Yes, it is, Maria. That's Ren. I need a cooler that is compatible with a Jackery 500. The Bouge RV, all of the Bouge RVs are the Bouge RV 23 quart, the Bouge RV 30 quart, and the Bouge RV 53 quart. All works with the with everything up here. Everything except the GoPro. No, it worked on the GoPro too, remember? Everything up here, everything on my table, absolutely everything, even the GoPro, will power the Bouge RV 23 quart, 30 quart, and 53 quart. I tested them all out on a video I did a little while back. So yeah, just in case you wanted to know that. Whoa, my screen was off. What are the pros and cons that you've experienced in connecting solar panels to generators? That's a good question. I don't have a problem. Oh, well, okay. Y'all want to go outside for a quick minute? A quick minute, just so we'll come back in here and I'm gonna show y'all how we gonna hook these panels up. I ain't gonna keep y'all all night, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna answer that question real quick. Field trip. Field trip. Let's go. Okay. Field trip. Come on, kids. Y'all get y'all lunches, grab y'all coats. All right. Chickens out here. I pulled all the cords. I pulled all the cords out the window because I was going to do this video out here. Now that it's calm and cool and my bees are calm. See all my beehives, they was all going crazy today. And there go some of my apples that I was converting my apple cider vinegar. But anyway, pros and cons. One of the pros is I did a video, but it's so long and it's only for people that love solar. So I haven't uploaded it yet. It's really boring to people that do not get into this at all. But I built a chicken coop. I'm going to say this fast. I built a chicken coop and I never got done with it because I ended up buying the big coop they're in. And I was going to tear it up. So I had to cut my grass, right? So I picked them up and set them on there. And my panels fit almost perfectly. So I kept it. And I'm running tarps under there. So one of the biggest problems you run into when you putting your panels on the ground is you still got to cut your grass. So moving your wires, moving your panels, and your panels sitting on the ground just flat on the grass, you get a lot of weird animals. Well, I'm in the South. You get a lot of weird animals out here, okay, trying to live under your panels. So I wanted to raise them up off the ground, and that's what I did. So here's my Harbor Freight setup. I got more tarps in the house. I'm not done yet because I'm going to tarp all of this so no grass grows around here. Because when you weed whacking or cutting your grass, you don't want to be weed whacking close to your panels. You're going to hit that panel and break it. So So one of the cons is grass. Believe it or not, nobody ever talk about it, but grass is a problem. Let me do it like this too. Okay. Grass is a problem. Let me see, am I breaking up? No. Grass is a problem, but if you build something simple like this, or even set your panels up on milk crates, you know what I found out? Since I've had them all like this, air is getting up under there. When they was laying flat on the ground, they were super hot. And what you notice is, significantly, you notice that you're not bringing in as many watts anymore, right? You're not bringing in that many watts. The hotter it gets during the day, your wattage input goes down. Now, I'm just figuring all this out myself, okay? So I ain't a pro, but ever since I put them up here and the wind whips under here, look, let me show you. And the wind whips up under there and let all of this stuff breathe, my panels don't be as hot no more. They don't be hot no more, right? So we get a wind coming off the lake over there constantly, and it comes around here, whips under there, and cools my panels, and my wattage stays at an average. Now, here's the other sweetest part, okay? Remember, this is on that video, so you're gonna hear it again. The other sweetest part, and I'm gonna show you this. I hope I'm not breaking up. I probably am, because I ain't set up nothing for this. Okay, this is the sweetest part. The sweetest part is you can get under there and do anything to your wires. So you can hook them in series, you can hook them in parallel, and you don't got to keep lifting every single panel up, because it's almost like you milking a cow. You like milking a cow, and I'm gonna take you under there with me. I did this in the video, but I'm gonna do it now, okay? And I'll probably release that video tonight, just so you can see what I'm talking about, because I'm in more detail in the video. But as you can see how everything, this is in series right here. This goes to my AC 200p, my Blue Eddy. And I got everything. See how it's linked up, loop-de-loop, all the way down. Look, I don't, if I got a problem, I don't gotta do nothing crazy and break my back, lift no panels. Everything is right here, right in view. Right in view. And this is the wire going back into the house. So now I got the Harbor Freights running right here, facing that way where the sun comes up. But I got more panels on the back end. This one is actually supposed to be facing this way, because I haven't opened the last Harbor Freight panel. But I got panels facing that way too, and that's why I left those panels in the house, because those are going to be on this side facing that way where the sun is going down right now. The sun is going down. So I'm over paneling like crazy, because I don't want it all power at one time, because the sun keeps shifting all day. So you can either buy one of those sun chasers, rotators, or just over panel. You're gonna spend less money just buying extra panels than that thing is expensive. So that's what I did. So now I'm getting power when the sun going down, when the sun is at its peak around noon, and when the sun is coming up in the morning. And that's how I did it. So, and I got at this minute 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 rigid panels. 18 rigid panels. And it sounds like a lot, right? But it don't work like that. Because right here, I got 4 in the morning, 4 in the evening, 4 in the afternoon, and a couple of crumbs on the sides just to power up the little generators. The Harbor Freight's just on the side to power up the little ones. But most of that goes to the big mama. So I hope that makes sense to you. If you don't, we're going to answer some more questions. All right, so here we go. All right, kids, get back on the bus. Field trip is over. Where's Bobby? Where's Bobby? That was your friend. Y'all supposed to be watching out for each other. Where he at? Oh, it's some ice cream. So I'm gonna put this down here so we can really get crunk now and do some hooking up. Any questions so far? We gotta go find Bobby. Don't tell the bus driver don't leave yet. For everybody in the house tonight, Guava, welcome to the Greenhouse Lounge. We talking solar. We having a solar session. Y'all know what kind of session. I should have had this other mug. We have a little solar session. So any questions before I show you how I'm gonna hook these panels up? And I'm gonna hook the panels up in parallel and I'm gonna hook them up in series. Now I am going to hook it to the generator. When starting a color setup, what are some beginner recs? I don't even understand that question at all. I don't understand that question. Are your panels going to stay outside? If so, you going to bury the wire? No, I'm not going to bury the wire. But yeah, they stay outside. Those stay outside. That's something else. And I didn't even count the ones that I have panels in my RV. I have panels in my Jeep. I take them to work. The Bougie RV fold-up panels I take to work with me every day. Thank you, Big Bad. Say, can you give me an example of some big mama generators that are best to use? I want to daisy chain. Donald, was that Donald or Donna? Donald, it depends on what you're doing with it. It depends. I'm going to always keep saying the Blue Eddy AC 200p. It's a killer. I'm going to always keep saying, I'm going to keep going back to this. When people was on the fence, this does it all. Okay. Let me see. Thank you, JoJo. Say, but Led, how do you hook them from outside to the generator in the blank, in the period? You didn't show us that. You run your cord in the house. Those wires I showed you, you run those in the house. Any way you need to, through your window, through a port, whatever you end up doing. Some stuff, like I told you, is common sense. I can't show you everything, and honestly, really, I shouldn't even be showing you that, because if you do what I do and your house catch on fire, then you can be like, oh, Lead burnt our house down. That's a common sense part right there. You're going to have to do that one on your own, my friend. What do you use to clean the glass on your solar panel? You would never believe it. A plain old, squeegee. Squeegee for your car. It's in the kitchen, actually. Every morning before I go to work, I squeegee all the dew off the panels and then feed the chickens and go to work. Can I ask about panels? Do you have? Just asking. Can I ask about panels? Do you have? Just asking. Miss Queen, I don't understand your question, baby. It's almost like that's three different questions that didn't finish each other. I need to know what you're saying, okay? I want to answer you, but what do you... Okay, got that one. Ask that again for me, Miss Queen, so I can see what you're saying. So you choose the type of connection based on what specific panels and power stations require. Yes, B. Irvin. Amen. Thank you. Yes. All of this stuff, the specs is in your instruction books, your instruction manuals. Your instructions before you even plug anything into your doggone anything you got. Your instructions is the most important part of your whole generator. Please read your manuals. Read your instructions. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I wish I had a prize to send you. Yes. Because all of those other questions are personal preferences. I can't answer those for people. I can only do the best. I can only show you what I'm doing for me. Let me see. Can the panels withstand New Jersey winters? Yes. They're the normal panels. They're supposed to be on your house. I'm from Ohio, so I dig a Jersey winter. Let me see. Yes, Miss P, reading is fundamental. And you know what? Let's talk safety real quick. Those instructions are everything. They're not some of the foam in the box. That stuff will help you from getting your whole head popped off. I did a whole video on solar safety. The first step you do in solar safety is read your manual. This is electricity. Cute, powerful, look like it's simple, it's easy, but we still family. We messing with electricity all day. Led my AC200 pulls 47 watts with 4 100-watt panels. Do you have any idea why it won't pull? You got something hooked up wrong. You got something hooked up really wrong. You got 4 panels and it's only pulling 47 watts. You got something wrong going on there. It's easy. Can I show y'all something real quick? It's really easy, and this is going to help a lot of people, I hope. It's really easy to mess up if you do not seat your MC4 connectors properly and wait for that click. Wait for that weasel to go pop. If you don't seat that properly, it's not going to have a connection. And you might be getting some wattage off of that very first panel. So if you done ran it in series and this side is just like this, right? It ain't clicked or nothing good. You ain't going to get no power through that. So you got to go back out. Trust me, I've done that a million times. Thank you, old lady Susie. You go in and you got to make that connection. Don't be scared of it. Jam them. Some of them really hard. Ask I've always talking about that too. Your MC4 connections, they hard to come apart. And sometimes they're hard to click in. Okay? Now, the same thing. I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you a quick one that I had to do. And I think, yeah, this is one that's a perfect example. If you have like the Bourgeois V fold-up panels or the Jackery panels that only have this connector, the 8mm connector, if you plan on using any other kind of aftermarket connector, you see how that's cut all uneven? Look, I did that. You know why? Because I bought this aftermarket, and when I connected this, I wasn't getting a charge because it would only let it get right there. It was plastic that came all the way out to here and wouldn't let it seat all the way in. So once I started noticing that, I took that out and I shaved about an eighth of an inch off. And now watch. Now I can seat that right in there where it's supposed to be. I'm telling you, you got to, some of this stuff you gonna have to do everything ain't perfect. Everything ain't perfect. Some of this stuff is coming from overseas. Some of this stuff some dude's making in his basement. You just don't know. You need to, just because you're getting things from Amazon does not mean it's perfect. There are third-party and fourth-party sellers on Amazon, just like eBay, just like Etsy. So you need to be sure that you're getting quality name brand products that you know and love. Okay? So I literally had to do 3 connectors this same way, and I got them from 3 different places. Okay? So it ain't always perfect, but you got to make sure you're making a connection. Recommendation for the AC window or portable Blue Eddy 2. Recommendation for an AC window or portable on the... I don't understand your question, Amina. I don't understand your question. So I'm here, and it's gonna be a long video. I'm not gonna cut it off in an hour. We just in here chopping it up. So I'm trying to catch all the questions. So if I didn't catch your question, throw it back at me. Just ask your question again. Yeah, I'm here. This ain't gonna be an hour video. This is a solar session. Y'all know how sessions go. We gonna be around in this circle for a minute. Is there a way of building solar panels from scratch? I have no idea, nor would I ever want to try to do that. What is the best power bank for 500 watts? That's a hard question because you could probably get 716 watts for the same price that you'll get this 500 watts. And this is a better option. So that's a tough question. And if you just looking for just 500 watts, I wouldn't do that. He asking what AC will work. What AC will work with a Blue Eddy? That's something you're gonna have to try out for yourself. I don't know much about air conditioners. My air conditioner work, and it's a 10,000 BTU. I was about to call it an Energizer. General Electric. I can only tell you what I got, and this works perfect with that. If that's the question, thank you for that, my brother. I forget your name. Where you at? I'm sorry. Can we use the LED Farmer 60 for my Bourgeois refrigerator? No, there's another link. It's the Bourgeois. I'll put the link below, okay? The Bourgeois V60 is for the generator, and I'll put the link below. I got a lot of colds. Sorry, my nose been running. My allergies been acting up. I got a lot of colds now, so I'm trying to keep track of them, okay? I don't want to steer you wrong. 10,000 BTU, that's a powerful AC unit. Yes, it is. That's what you hear in the back right now. My AC and my box fan is running, cooling down my whole inside of my house. How many extension cords do you run from outside to your AC? Can you provide a length? I'm gonna say this. How long do you need it to be? You need to see how long you need your cord to be, and you need to purchase that amount of cord. If you don't plan on building your own cord, putting your own MC4 connectors on it, you can just buy, you're going to have to pay a little bit more money for already made wire. I have a couple of 100-foot cords. I could show you that. A couple of 50-foot cords, a couple of 30-foot cords. It depends on where you're running it. And I'm going to say this. The least amount of connectors, say you need 50 feet, but you're going to buy a 20-foot cord, another 20-foot cord, and a 10-foot cord. Every time you make another connection, you lose a little bit of power. Okay? It's just like a water hose. It's just like a extension cord. That extension cord get hot, and that you're going to burn something up. So, okay, I'm here with you. Oh, Gigi Natural, you still in the house. It's so good to see you still here. Let me see. Did you ever have MC4 connectors that were stubborn to open? Yes, all of them. But I'm going to tell you, they'll loosen up in time if you keep messing with them. I need to replace some connectors. What brand did you use? I used Bourgeois V MC4 connectors. How have you had any issues with rainwater affecting your outside wiring setup? No, it's all waterproof. Let me show you something. It's all waterproof. When you get MC4, this is what I like about them, because they show you that it's about to be waterproof. That's a rubber seal. That red, that's a rubber seal. And it's a rubber seal inside here. So when you make that connection, that's another thing you got to watch out for. That click, that also means now it's properly sealed. The rubber ring sealed out the water. Okay? So that's another reason you want to make sure that's connected properly. Thank you, Angela. Guava. Thank you, the Texas Scorpion 74. Say best YouTube channel ever. Very informative. Thank you, my friend. I'm hooked on solar, y'all. We all hooked on solar. That's why we here tonight. Do you worry about wind picking your panels up and down? Yes, I am. Actually, I finally got a day off. That's why I'm going to rock it out tonight. I finally got a day off. My plan is to drill a little hole. Let me show you. I can show you better than I can tell you. My plan is to drill a little hole in the side because there's nothing behind here, and run a screw through it, a little piece of metal, and run a screw through my stand out there. That way, if it's wind that's strong enough to pick that up, I didn't have a chance in the first place. So, but with that sitting up like that, wind, it is easy. We do get some high winds off the lake. It could pick that up and take it off somewhere. Let me see. In a bug out situation, what brand type of portable 100-watt solar panel do you recommend that is durable and won't break? I cannot say is durable and won't break, but I only have experience with the Boujar V. I'm sorry, yeah, the Boujar V 100-watt folding panels, the Blue Eddy the Blue Eddy 120-watt folding panels. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to throw something out there real quick. Thank you, Andale. Thank you. Andale and the Blue, my moderator, just put the codes out for the refrigerators. Thank you, Andale. God, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Andale just put the codes out for the Boujar V refrigerators. I got so many names in my head. I'm going to show you something that I think people keep sleeping on. This is a HQST 50-watt panel, a 50-watt rigid panel with a MC4 connectors. I bought this little thing because everybody was like, "Oh, what? We need a panel that works faster with the Go Power Plus. The little clamshell is too slow. Everything is too slow to charge this, even plugging in the wall. You seen that?" So everybody was knocking me for that, and I went out and bought this. Like, give them a little more power. It don't matter what you plug in this. It's gonna be slow. Period. But with that experience, I found out. Thank you, Robin Caesar. Said keep the solid, valuable information coming because we don't want to be caught off guard. Thank you so much. Thank you. This 50-watt HQST. This is the truth. And it's small. Look. Let me turn around. And it's small as one of the fold-ups, and it weighs just as much. I could stick this anywhere. I had this in my RV. I took it to work a couple times just to see would it be cumbersome to take around with me. This, 50 watts, and with the 50 watts, it was bringing me in about 37 to 40 watts. It was doing a good job. I'm telling you, HQST, don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on them, I'm telling you. And what you also seeing, a lot of manufacturers are slapping different shells on certain things. So somebody sent me a picture, somebody sent me an email of the Blue Eddy AC200P, and now some other company is calling it, the company is called Wink Wink or something. It's the exact same thing for like $500 cheaper. So, just saying. Okay? Don't let these names fool you. It's still quality stuff. Let me see. It's the HQST 50-watt solar panel. Yeah, was that you, Allison Preston, that emailed me about the Wink Wink? I seen that Wink Wink, but I literally had to pull my truck over and look at that like, oh my God. Because remember, Blue Eddy was Max Soak one time. You can either go on there and buy the Max Soak or the Blue Eddy. They're the same thing. And it's another brand with this one for sure. The AC150. You had this one, and then you will see the name Max Oak on right here instead. Then there's another couple of them with a whole nother name. So, not saying that's a bad thing, because we do this every single day in our lives and don't even realize it. You like, this is the best dollar store bread I've ever eaten. This is good as Wonder Bread. It probably is. Just a different bag. You just never know. Hey, Beauty in the Garden. How you doing tonight? We just in here, chopping it up. We have a little solar session. Stacy Green looking for the code for the Bourgeois V refrigerator. And Dale just put it up. She's my moderator in the blue, okay? It's up there. Go up a minute or two. And Dale, one of my moderators in the blue, just put up all of the code for the Bourgeois V refrigerator freezer. Let me see. If I daisy chain them together, can I get power conjoined as well? For example, 2 Bourgeois V's, will it still only be 712 or 14? No, it don't work like that. You're talking about what is it? Like with the no, it's only gonna be 712 watts. You're talking about battery add-ons like the newest, that's the newest things now. Like expansion batteries. Like EcoFlow. This used to be the EcoFlow River, and then I put the expansion battery on it. Now it's the EcoFlow River 600 Max. Yeah. So this is expandable. Most generators aren't doing that. The Blue Eddy AC200P just started doing, that's the newest thing for Blue Eddy. This is now expandable, so I could buy the batteries if I wanted to expand my watt hours and my watts. Give me 2 ticks, please. I'm sick like a baby. Not sick, but my allergies banging on wax. How you doing, Farmer V? Let me see. How much is 2 Bourgeois V716? I don't know on the price. You want to go online and check it out, okay? Prices keep changing on everything. Have you ever mounted the panels to a vehicle RV? Any advice to keep them secure? To be honest, I've never hooked any panels to any vehicle, nor do I ever even want to. To each his own, but I don't see that, because you are moving constantly, and when you stop, the sun just ain't gonna stay over top of your vehicle. I want to always be able to move my panels. I don't know, and I don't want to mess with the integrity of the roof of any one of my vehicles, especially my RV. I would never do that. Now, if you're gonna hook them to, like, you got a luggage rack up there or something, you know, go for it. I wouldn't do it. Let me see. Most people say no, they don't want to run the risk of a roof leak. Exactly. Because I'm telling you, if your roof start leaking in your RV, man, that's the beginning of the end of your RV. Trust and believe it. And just because I wanted to do something to kind of look cool, no. I say if you're moving and you're mobile, get fold-up panels. That's your best way. That's your best bet. Just pay a little more money and buy fold-up panels and put them out as you see fit. They don't take up no space, nothing. But mounting that stuff all on the top like it's Death Valley days, no. What solar panels would you use for the Go Power Plus? Just none. Just don't do that. It's not even worth it. I'm gonna show you how I power the Go Power Plus. Don't waste your money trying to panel 100-watt generator. Don't. All the panels I found for it, it still don't take no quicker than plugging it into the wall. So this is what I do. I literally, where is it at? I got it for you. I don't try to power that like that anymore. I just plain old, look, don't try to power this little thing. Just do this. plug it in your socket, and then take the cigarette lighter and plug it into one of your other generators like this, and watch this. And let it drink off of this. You're gonna get more efficient charging. And now, look, the big mama is feeding the Jackery. The Jackery is feeding the EcoFlow River. The EcoFlow River is feeding the Go Power Plus, because this does not have pass-through charging. So, wait, let me cut it on. Cut it on. Did I do it? There we go. So now I'm charging this. See what I'm saying? This is the best way to do it. Don't go buying $100 and $200 panels to try to charge up a $40. That don't even make any sense. So I don't even know where to put that right now. I let that charge over there. Don't do it. That's not even logical. I was just doing something, showing people that's exactly what somebody needed from me, and I gave it to them. And everybody thought that was going to like power their whole house grid. I don't know why. What's the daisy chain in the back for? The daisy chain in the back. I don't understand your question. Blue Eddy, between Blue Eddy and Jackery and the EcoFlow, which one is better? I'm going to say I'm kind of off of saying stuff like that, because each one of them serve a different purpose. Each one serves a different purpose. So I'm not going to say one is better than the other unless you start talking about which one has the most features. When you start asking that question, you want to say which ones have the best features or the most features, and even that's kind of personal option, because which one fits your lifestyle better, right? If you don't need all of this fancy stuff from the EcoFlow, the Jackery is going to be great. But if you really don't care about all these fancy bells and whistles, but you need a little bit more power than the Jackery, the Bouge RV and the Blue Eddy 716, that's right up your alley. So it all is different. I'm trying to stop saying what's better than this or what's better than that, right? Because, for instance, this is it's older, but it's still an awesome device. But it's missing out on a few things that I would prefer it had, but it's still an awesome powerhouse. What's the math equation to figure out what you can use on a particular generator after you know the watts? Just buy this. You ain't even got to do no math. Buy this, plug this in the wall, and then this is going to tell you how many watts you're using on whatever appliance you're trying to use. Then you add up all your appliances you plan on using on this and see if this is that over 2,000 watts. How long you plan on using it? How you going to keep it powered up? Is you going to panel it? All of that comes into play. Just buy this. Okay? This makes all that, throw that all out the window. Kilowatt meter. Totals to around 250. Don't need really anything else. Okay. I'm going to say this. Who just said that? What was your name, my dear? Victoria. Around 250, if you're talking about watts, I'm going to tell you this. Family, if you think that all you are going to need is 100 or 250 watts, you're going to get 250 watts, and you're going to say, I want 500 watts, because it's addictive. Once you start seeing you're powering all your stuff in your house for free, it's almost like a little bit of addiction, because you're like, how much more stuff can I power for free? Then next thing you know, like your boy, I went from here to here to here to here to here to here to here. You can't stop, because the more power you got, that's less money you put in your pocket. I mean, less money coming out your pocket. Then you like, okay, if I get one panel, how much power could I get if I had two panels? What? So what about three? Next thing you know, you keep on looking at the panels keep going on sale. Then you'll be like me with about 18, 20 panels all outside and running all this stuff for free. Beauty in the Garden say I like coupon, like free. Right, it's like free, like one. Right, Beauty in the Garden, like a coupon where they say, buy one get three free. Man, oh my goodness, you go nuts. Clearly, you see that. Put them back in the frame for you. I want to know what he's using on his face and skin. Is pretty. Oh. I need to shave for one. 2, I started eating better. 3, Beauty in the Garden, I've been using her. I took a break on my daughter's hair care products because I wanted to try Beauty in the Garden, her mango butter. Beauty in the Garden, my moderator in the blue here, sells hair care products and beauty products. So the shine and the what did they call it? The sheen in my beard, if you will. I got to give that to you, Beauty in the Garden. I've been smelling like mangoes. I've been trying not to smell too good because, I don't want to get in no trouble. But the mango butter is popping. So if anybody is interested in the mango butter, it smells so incredible. And it smells like it all day. So it's incredible. Please go check out Beauty in the Garden. I'm going to put her link down below as well. She's also in my community post. So please go check her out. She's a fellow gardener, fellow prepper, and she's got her own business with her own hair care products and skin products. So Beauty in the Garden, I got to give it to you, little lady. That's all you today. I would love to give it to my baby girl, and she could be like, Dad. I ain't going to lie to folks, though. Which power bank is your favorite and why? That's a hard question. I'm going to say the AC200P because it takes care of absolutely everything else. That's one of my main reasons. It can power anything in my house. It can power my entire RV, and it can do everything. And it's not the most portable, lightest thing, but it is. I can pick it up with no problem, carry it with no problem. It's not effortless. You got to put some muscle in it. But it literally does everything that I wanted to do. It charges fast. It's powerful. I mean, have you heard anything about Bouge RV is coming with a larger generator? Huh? Huh? We'll see. Do you like the new Bouge RV 100 watt panels compared to the Blue Eddy 120 watt panels? They both use sun power cells. I'm going to tell you why right off the bat, and it's not because I'm affiliated with Bouge RV. I like the 100 watts. Let me put it to you like this. My 120 watt Blue Eddys are in my RV. I take my Bouge RV 100 watt panels to work every day. This has nothing to do with the affiliation. I'm going to tell you why. Because the Blue Eddy unfolds in about 4 or 5 different sections. And I don't know if you guys have any of those fold-up panels. Trying to unfold those little flimsy legs in 4 different sections, that will get on your nerves. I love that. I'd rather carry the 100 watt panels fold-ups than the 120s because Bouge RV opens right up. Just opens right up, just like this. 2 legs, forget about it. Right? Quick setup. The Blue Eddys you unfold, then you unfold. Now when you put this leg up, it goes back in. When you try to put this leg up, you put these 2 legs out, them 2 went in. You be fumbling around too much. It's too much of a fumble. Thank you, Andale. So for convenience, I go with the Bourgeois V because it's, and with the Blue Eddy, they're hooked together. To keep them together is a clip. Bourgeois V is magnetized like a clamshell. You don't got to do no unclipping, and so that's why. Because I needed to be quick. Listen, I'm at work. I've been testing things in real life situations. I need it to happen and fast. I do not have time to be. I'm not on a vacation. I'm at work, so I needed to be quick, and I don't want to be looking like, look at this, look at that, hey, Brenda, come here. What the hell does the mailman do? See him? Yeah, I think he going in somebody's packages. He opening them all up. Oh my God, I don't need that, you know. And I need them to be low and inconspicuous because when I take my lunch break, I stop at a park. I just undo them, plug them in one of my generators, and nobody knows nothing. But if I'm out there in a mail suit and I'm unfolding stuff like I'm trying to set up a tent, it brings too much attention. So I've learned that that's why my Bourgeois V panels stay with me and the Blue Eddy is in the RV. That's more for your vacation when you need extra power. I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather take this with me than the Blue Eddy 120s fold-ups. Real quick, hook up, inconspicuous. And pretty much if you end up bugging out, that's kind of how you want to be. Okay, this is a non-solar question. I saw you had a Berkey water filter in another video. Are they any good? I wouldn't have one if they weren't. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys saw the news report of the water. I'm not even going to speak on it. I'm not going to speak on it. All I'm going to tell you is thank God I've gone ahead and splurged the money and bought me a Berkey. We do not drink water fresh out the tap no more. And now, thank you, Lord. It's worth every cent. When you look at, when you go over there and you're going to look at the price, you're going to see some knockoff brands, then you're going to see the Berkey, and then you're going to be like, oh no, I go with the Jibber Jabber 2000. That's $300 cheaper. Good luck. Try it. Because I got some of those knockoff filters, right? I bought some of those knockoff. I got them in there too. Just in case. I kept one set because I used them. I bought 4 sets of those knockoff filters that's supposed to go in the Berkey. I sent them all back. I only kept the one because I used them. But I bought 4 sets. I sent 3 back. Like, oh no, you taste the difference. These ain't no Berkey filters. I don't know what they are. They ain't Berkey. I'm sure they did some cleaning. But they didn't do it Berkey clean, and I'm not promoting them or nothing. I'm just telling you it works. Can somebody please post Lead Farmer email? I can't find it in the advice. What you need, the Texas Scorpion 74? I thought you did email me already. I wish I waited and got the Bourgeois V so you can get the generator. You can get the generator 200 watt panels for what I paid for the Blue Eddy. Yes. We got to tell Blue Eddy to come on, hit the gas, bring it on a little faster, Blue Eddy. Y'all products is awesome. We just need them to come out a little slicker, a little faster. Led, did you buy your Berkey from Amazon, the company itself? I bought it from Amazon. Do you have the fluoride filter too? No. Had mine for 2 years and I'm so glad I have it. Let me tell you something. You don't think about the money you spent no more, do you? On that first glass of water, pour some out of your tap, your clean tap water, and then pour some out the Berkey. And you do your own taste test, and you ain't gonna lie to nobody but yourself. Watch the difference. Watch the difference. You're gonna be like, oh, we've been doing this wrong for a long time. Let me see. Thank you, Gigi Natural. Let me see. Where we at? My neighbor has a Berkey and the water is something out of this world. Yes, you see the difference. I ain't tasted water like that since I was a little kid. Said, heck no, I don't even think about it. My cousin tasted the water and now he has purchased one. All right, it's the truth. I ain't gonna lie to you. You see why it's always behind me? Because we use it every single day. I almost bought two. I need to buy another one, actually, to be honest with you. If money is not a huge issue, is there a portable solar that will power a kitchen refrigerator? All of this will. If money ain't an issue, everything up here will. I even think the little Energizer will for a minute or two. But yes, everything up here. So it's up to you. Now, if you just trying to talk about Picket and just you said money is no issue, go straight with the Blue Eddy ACP. But if you are trying to do a whole refrigerator, you could go with a Bouge 53 quart refrigerator freezer and run it off of anything up here for days with no worries. I was doubtful, but I bought my. Okay, my screen went out. Okay, no more questions. I'm gonna hook this up and then I'll let y'all go real quick. All right, I'm gonna grab one panel. I did this a while ago, but we're gonna do it again. This is how you hook your panels up. Let me pull this wire because I'm gonna need that. This is how you hook them up in series because I'm hearing questions about everything except for what people keep asking me. I get emails and everything, and right now ain't nobody like, hey, let's talk about potato chip dip. I don't know. So I'm doing my best, and then folks, you might get mad at me because I don't answer the question, because I'm at work. I'll be at work all day. Hey, you never answered my question. Yeah. I'm out here grinding. I ain't retired at all. All right, let's just bring this over here. So, if you hook your solar panels up in parallel, you're going to need an extra device. You're going to need a parallel adapter, which is this. It's going to have two either female or male on either side. So this got the two males on that side and one female on that side. And you're going to have the whole opposite on another one. Two females on that side and one male. You're going to need this just like this. And this is why. You're going to need adapters to hook them in parallel. Unless you're doing something crazy. We ain't going to go there. So we're going to hook up both of the females on the male. From that panel and from this panel. So both of those negative cables are hooked together and only coming out to one. Now hold on. Now we're going to do the positive side with the other connector. We're going to do the exact same thing. Grab your positive cable, plug it up. Make sure you hear that click. The other positive cable, plug it in. Make sure you hear that click. Now you got two positive cables and two negative cables, but only two ports. You got 4 wires, but only 2 ports. And this is parallel. Now from here, you take your MC4 connector from your solar device of your choice. Now you plug this one in here, and you plug this one in here. And now you're in parallel. Now I'm going to show you. Now all you go and do from here is plug in your device. Always do this stuff first before you plug it into your device. Don't have this plugged in already and out there messing with that, okay? You might mess something up. Then you plug it into your device. And of course it's not going to start charging because we sit here in the house and they facing my body. This was parallel connection that we just did. Both negatives together, both positives together, coming off onto the connector into your device. Any questions about that? Thank you so much, what Cold Fusion Rock. Thank you. So just found my channel not too long ago. This is great with a lot of good information. Thank you for what you do. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. How do you do that with extended cord? In between, okay, you're going to get the MC4 extension cord that I mentioned a little earlier. And you're just going to run that MC4. How about I show you? It's best that I just show you. We here, right? Hold on. God, I hit the chandelier. Hold on. 2 ticks. Oh, I already had it in here. I got it right here. Now this is one of the cords I built. I'm gonna do a short one. No, maybe not. I got my little solar box back here. That's what y'all hearing, all my wires and connectors. So, to hook up, easy, Tiger. If you want an extension cord, you go get your extension cord. You're going to have 2 MC4 adapters on each side, right? So you unplug the cords from here, and you do them just like you was going to hook them up to your short cord going into your generator. Here, now I'm hooking up the, I'm just hooking that right up. This is your extension cord in between your short generator cord. So now I got an extra 30 feet on that. That's it. You just hooked up 30 feet of extension cord, and you can buy as much footage as you want, okay? So I hope that answered your question. Any more questions before we move on to series? Oh, and before I get going, always remember to check your voltage. Just don't be doing this all willy-nilly. Go check your voltage and your wattage on your device before you go doing any of this, because you don't want to burn nothing up or over voltage. No, doing your things different. You just got to do a little research, that's all. Right now, this is solar for dummies. I ain't gonna lie. It don't get no simpler than this. I promise you. If you wanna do something, what was your name there? Doing things different. If you want to do something, I'm gonna tell you a couple of key words to look up though. Voltage, wattage, and amps. Go see what the difference is of voltage, wattage, and amps. Once you know those 3 things, the rest starts making all kind of sense, okay? So those are 3 key words you need when you messing with solar: voltage, wattage, amperage. Go look at how those work. Everything else gonna make sense. Let me see. I seen another question real quick. is it possible to have too much power? I don't even understand the question. How much do you charge for personal one-on-one remote consultation? Listen, if I had the time, I would do it. I really don't. I'm burning on all cylinders here. Okay. Listen, I got a family. I'm a full-time mailman, YouTuber, gardener, dad. The beekeeping class, I couldn't even hardly do my beekeeping class because I was at work. Lady Led did most of that, and I was coming in late. So I don't want to extend myself no further and disappoint anybody. So I can't even answer all the emails. But thank you, though. I make these videos to try to help as much as I can. I know I cut up a little bit, but I try to throw a little bit of some kind of sensibility in there. Thank you, Silver. Hey, what's up, Silver Stacks? Good to see you, man. You see, I'm starting to come down because, man, I've been woke since 3 o'clock this morning. Good to see you. Let me see. You are a blessing. Just thank you so much, Liberty. Can you put a Jackery 500? Can you put a Jackery 500 in parallel? Yeah, but it won't matter. Them Jackeries is built a certain way. You got to have the Jackery panels to go with a Jackery, or they ain't gonna never pull more than like 84 watts or something like that weird. That's why I sent that Jackery 1000 back. I was kind of like, Jackery playing too much. I'm going to have to just back up off them for a while till they get their act together. Bouge V and Blue Eddy is blowing them out the water right now. Do all generators let you hook up in parallel and in series, or are there limitations? It's in every one of them, they got it in the instructions, whether you can or you can't. And here's the other thing too. That's where you have to start adding up your voltage and your amps, because you can only bring in so many voltage and so many amps with each and every different one. That's when things get weird. Like, for instance, the Bouge V716 and the Blue Eddy EB70, I think it can only bring in, it's something not cool. It can only bring in 200 watts and 28 volts, right? It can only bring in 28 volts. So you got to do the math when you start voting. If you go in series, you add the volts. So if this is 21 volts, 21 plus 21 is 42. You can't do it. You'll burn something up. So you got to go in parallel. When you go in parallel, it don't add the volts. It only adds the watts. Okay? So that's the difference between parallel and series. Series give you a more efficient power, but if you can only bring in 28 volts, then yeah, Bouge V2. That's not a good look for a whole bunch of paneling in series. So I use the Bouge RV and the Blue Eddy EB70. I run everything to them in parallel, so I can get more watts, but you know, you lose a little bit of efficiency from the voltage. So, okay, since there's no more questions, y'all want to see how to hook it up in series. Thank you, Binta. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your knowledge, Led. Thank you for being here, hanging out with me. Thank you so much for that. Thanks for answering the refrigerator question about AC 300 AC. Oh, 3-ton AC heater. How about? I don't know how much that kind of wattage would pull. Okay, so let's get going, and we're gonna hook the panels up in series. Guava, sip break. All right, so we're gonna run the panels in series now. This is a lot easier because you do not need any connectors now. So we're going to get rid of the connectors. A gnat just flew right on the bridge of my nose. Made me cock my eyes. Okay. Let's start over. I want to start over fresh. I don't want to leave nothing on here that's going to confuse you. So, we do not need these to hook it up in series. Thank you, Farmer V. He said, appreciate all you've done. Thank you so much. Thank you, Farmer V. So I'm going to put these to the side. Let's bring the camera back down. Let me get off my ugly mug. So, let me shorten this cord up. We don't need the extension anymore. I made this extension cord myself. I was so proud of myself. Okay. We're going to unplug it from the jackery. We don't want to burn nothing up. So, always safety first. Safety first. Unplug everything. Face your panels down. Now, in series, you're going to take, this is how I like to do it. Inside is going to be loop, de-loop, de-loop. You're going to take your male, your positive cable from this panel. See the red plus is the positive. And you're going to take the negative from this panel. And you're going to connect those together. That simple. You're going to take the negative on that side, let that one fall, and the positive on that side. Now, depending on your device and how much voltage it can take, like the AC Blue Eddy 200 can take 150 volts. So 21 times 6, you do the math. We almost getting up to that 150. So that's why I only use 6 in series. So we'll just say 20. Let's round it down to 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 100, 240. So we're going to say 140 watts. And then you add that extra one little watt. What would I say? 140, 141, 142, 143, 140, 146 watts. Boom. So we right under there. Perfectly under there. 6 panels in series. So we don't overvolt it. But you can watt it half to death. So now that we got our wire in series right here. This is series. It's this simple. That's it. We're just going to put 2 panels in series. You know what I mean, Ronnie. What did I say? Amps? I probably did, man. I'm sleeping. I've been up since 3 o'clock. I'm surprised I'm even talking English. So, we're going to take our wire. But thank you for that correction. I needed it. This is our wire that's going to one of our devices. And you're going to take those 2 wires from each one of those panels. And you're going to run it like that. The male and the female. And again, the male and the female. Now you plug that into your device. Let's use our Bouge for an example this time. Boom. That's now going to give you 200 watts and 42 volts. That's what this setup is going to do while it's running in series. And it is that simple. You don't need no adapters. You don't need any connections. Nothing. Now, it's something tricky about this, but I'm going to show you that later. That's really neither here nor there. That's not why I'm not mentioning it right now. Depending on how many panels you have. Lead, let me see. Come up here a little bit. I haven't learned as much since industrial arts. Thank you for that. Ooh, I was in industrial arts too in high school. I haven't even heard that uh, those words in like 30 freaking years, 40 years maybe. God, industrial arts. God. I even remember my teacher name, Mr. Summers. No, God, that was a long time ago. So, any questions about in series versus parallel? Being prepared and knowing that you should have power outage, you are prepared. If you think it's ridiculous, is why we're here. Why are you here? Uh-oh, what happens? Laws of gardening. What happened? We ain't gonna mess with that right now. Any questions? They are 100-watt panels. Yes, both of those are. I'm only playing with 100-watt panels. I'm not even getting into anything tricky. I'm trying to keep it cut and dry. Yes, series is definitely simpler. Talk to Hayes, say we have to watch the rest of the video later. Okay, have a nice night, okay? If I needed mine, what? If I needed a minimum of 420 24/7, where should I start? If you needed a minimum of 420 watts 24/7, where would you start? You want to just buy 4 100-watt panels or 2 200-watt panels? Rigid panels. Don't get no fold-up panels. Fold up is for leaving and going to go have some fun. Rigid is to stay outside at all time and take all the weather. So in series, you add volts. Yes. How many volts does the Bouge RV take? I just said it, only 28. So you cannot run panels in series on the Bouge RV or the Blue Eddy. The Bouge RV 716, these are the same thing. The Bouge RV 716, the EB70, I run both of those in parallel. And they can bring in 200 watts. So you can go in parallel all the way up till you get to 200 watts. How you doing, Diva? So your Delta Mini is sold out on the EcoFlow site. Go to Diva. I'm gonna take that off because man, they do not like that. That little store. I said something about them one other time and they hit me for that. So we gonna, and I don't even, you know what? I don't even want to promote them anyway, cause that's highway robbery what they do on that show. You would never be paying that stuff off. Advantage of series versus parallel. That's up to the individual. It's just series is more efficient. I thought you just hooked the Bouge RV in series just now. That was just an example. Just an example. Didn't I even, you missed the part where I said, hey, let's just pick something. It's just an example. You couldn't even do that on the Jackery, remember? It was just, I'm plugging it into something. Did you recommend the Energizer for little power needs? I just did a whole video about that. What do you mean? Did I recommend the Energizer? How do you usually hook up your EcoFlow, parallel or series? The EcoFlow can take a little bit more juice. Matter of fact, let me just shine a little light on it so we can see. I'm gonna say this about this EcoFlow. It's something I don't like about EcoFlow, and I'm gonna blow it out the water. And it's something simple. It's simple and stupid, but I think they did such a great job on it. I don't understand this thing. This little hard, you hear every time you open that, you got an EcoFlow. Every time you hear that, it sounds like it's about to break. All of them sound like this. I'm like, why did... Why did you even put that there? They should have made this like that silicone plastic just like this. Why would you put this here and then it's just sitting open while you got it plugged up and stuff? I don't understand this at all. Nobody's been able to explain this so far. Let me see. Do I have a Patreon? Do you have a Patreon channel? No, I don't. I don't do Patreon. The only reason my information be free. The only reason I would ever get a Patreon channel if I'm about to go in there and just cut all the way up and act up, and I don't want nobody judging me on it, I would get a Patreon channel. This information, I feel like everybody need to know this stuff, and it's free. I mean, look, everybody throwing me super chats and stuff, making people go over to Patreon to pay me again. To each his own. To each his own. I don't feel the information I give is like that. Only reason I would ever do that is if I'm about to, y'all done see me halfway cut up. You don't want to see me after midnight. I'm like a gremlin. You done got me wet after midnight. You don't want to see that. Okay? That's the only reason I would make somebody come to Patreon, because if I cut all the way up, yeah, you gonna pay for that. You gonna pay for that. That's my word. So you see what happened when Lil Gizmo got wet. It was downhill from there. That's me after midnight on some Patreon. So if you have 5 panels hooked in series, there is no open dangling wire. No. Where would you have opening dangling wires at? If you got it in series, where would you? I want to try to answer that, because I think I know where you're going, and that's what I didn't want to touch on, because I was like, that's neither here nor there. Okay, I got something for you. You're saying, so if you have 5 panels hooked up in series, so you're saying it's gonna be this wide, so you're gonna have a dangling wire way far away where you can't hook them up to this short part, right? Oh, that makes sense. Let me see. If you live in an apartment, should you use the portable panel? I can't say that for you. It just depends on where you getting sun at, how you getting sun, where you gonna put them. It just all depends. I don't know your situation. Should we wait for the AC 300? That's a personal decision. I can't tell you that. Listen. I'm perfectly happy with my AC 200p, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was excited at first, and then Will Prouse did a video on it. Hobotech did a video. A couple other guys did a video on it, and I was like, I got that stuff already. Yeah, bring in a little bit more wattage. Yeah, it can take a little bit more voltage. I'm so impressed by the one I already got. I'm like, God, now it's kind of like you're kind of getting greedy, like, I can see if you stepping up from this to this, but that Big Blue Eddy, the new one, is only giving you a couple more crumbs of stuff. Mind you, the extended batteries, you can still add to this one. I'm good. So for me personally, I'm in no rush to go get another one. What are some decent price panels, and where do you get them? It just depends on what you're trying to run, what you're trying to power up. Okay, Led, yes, that's exactly where you're going. Led, yes, exactly. Where were you going? Okay, thank you. Okay, if you got one dangling way down here at the end of this row, and one dangling way down here at this row, let me show you what I got. Okay. And I had them outside, and I didn't say nothing about them because we wasn't going to go there. But you are on it. That's the question I want to hear. That's the reason why I make these kind of cables, right? So really, you see I just got a zip tie on that and a zip tie on that, but they ain't connected. All these are extension cables, and I only got them connected so I don't lose them. They're just extended, so it'll come all the way down to the other side, so I can just connect them both just right here. Turf Therapy in the house. What's up, Turf? Are your panels both poly and mono? And can you mix them? I don't know if you can mix them or not. I don't know, but all of mine are mono. I have the AC 200p and the 300 only has the RV plug and a few more watt hours. I may buy one of the new Blue Eddy extended. But you know what? Let's get on that real quick. Let's get on that. Who just said that? For me to see you. I was happy about that new. I was happy about the new expandable batteries for the the AC 200p, until I saw that price. When I saw that price, I wanted to take my iPad and throw it through the window. I was like, are you crazy? For another 2,000 watts, I think they said it was, wasn't it? 2,000 watts or 1,500 watts. They wanted somewhere around $1,100, $1,200 for that. How about just buy another one of these with everything on it? I thought that was the biggest crock of crap. That was a big crock of crap. Cause I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm ready to spend about $400-500. Yeah, 11 or 1,200. Just go get another one of these and shut up about it, right? That's how I was. I'm like, man, please. They killed me with that one. That one just, you lost my confidence with that one. So I don't even understand that even a little bit. Why would I pay $1,200 just for a battery and just throw another 100 or two on it and grab this whole big mama again with everything? It don't even make any sense. That battery to me was a total. This is what it was. It was disrespectful. And I know a lot of people overuse that word, but that was real disrespect. To me, when Blue Eddy said the expandable battery was whatever it was, $1,200 or $1,100, that was like saying, hey, there you go, America. That's how that was to me. That was a smack in the face, a spit on my shoe. Like, man, really? We spending all this money with you and you did that? Did you think that over? I don't think you thought about that very much, because that to me was a kick in the grapes right there to me. Can you use one of these to run a 14 cubic foot deep freezer? Yep. Yes, you can. 180 watt, 12 volt monocrystalline panel. Okay, got that. So, yeah, I don't know if y'all seen that price on that thing. I was like, man, come on, cut it out. Y'all waited all this time and chugged up all of this doggone anticipation to say, hey, get this, screw you. Damn, that was cold. I felt like, dang, man, y'all made me wait to just. How you doing, Ross? Say, sorry, but did you say you would have the info for the MC4 to 8mm cord for the Bourgeois V panel? Yes. LED does parallel keep wattage voltage at the same output or double it? Parallel doubles the watts, keeps the volts the same. What about the extra battery for the River Pro? For the River Pro, I saw the other guy do a video on that, and I'm gonna say something. He pointed out very clearly. I would have never thought about it. You said the River Pro, right? The River Pro. Okay, I'm thinking of the Blue Eddy, the stackable batteries. I think those batteries being stackable like that and being able to be knocked over like blocks, totally ridiculously not thought of very well at all for safety. I would never do that. For the EcoFlow River, I would have to look into that better. I don't know about the prices on those. I just think if you're going to offer an expandable battery, your expandable battery shouldn't cost as much as the device itself. I think that's a ripoff. There is no extra battery for the River Pro. I don't know. But I'm across the board, I don't think an expandable battery should cost as much as the device. I think that's a ripoff. Because you could just buy another device, and instead of having more watt hours, you would just have other watt hours that you can go use that somewhere else, so you don't need one set of watt hours. You get what I'm saying? Just ridiculous to me. Or just go ahead and pass through charge one to another one. I don't care how you do it. I think it's a ripoff. The extra battery for the River Pro is $350. Oh, okay. How you doing, Barbara? I got this little see him get on me. One of them little bump bug. I got you, sucker. Oh, you jump too fast. When they jump, they pop too. Make that popping noise. How many panels for the EB150 in series? Oh, it's right here in my face too. The EB150 can bring in 60 volts. So you're looking at about 2 to 3 panels in series. Steve says, you and Lady Led gave an awesome Bourgeois V solar generator party. It was a joy and blessing. Thank you so much, man. We had a ball. When the camera cut off, I would have left that camera going all day. We stayed in the RV all day. Can you pass through charge? And also, can you pass through charge and also have it hooked to a panel at the same time? Pass through charge, which one? Maximum volts on the Blue Eddy 200p was 150 volts. And y'all, thank you, Ask Guy. If listen to me, if I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning, just worked a full-time job, and it's like nothing o'clock at night because my watch is about to die. Listen, if I'm jumbling up the words volts to watts and amps, please excuse me. I'm exhausted. And that's the part where you might want to use a little bit of common sense. That's why y'all asking like, watts? That means you know better. You know good and well what I'm trying to say, okay? And if anything, I'm going to say this like I always say. Everybody say it together. Do your own research. If I had a game show, that's what it would be called. Do your own research. Don't listen to me or nobody else on YouTube. You need to open your manuals. We are just here showing you what we do in our lives, in our homes. It's up to give you an idea of what you may like or what may work for you. Don't try to learn everything from YouTube. That's where it's time for you to open up manuals and go online and do your own research. Okay? What is that, Ronan? Have you ran your home fridge on the AC? Yes. My refrigerator can run pretty much on everything up here. Oh, got you. Got you, Ronan. Let me see. Blue cell power. Okay, got you. Amen. Thank you so much, Steve. I like that too. Oh my goodness, that's a t-shirt. So if it ain't no more questions, y'all, let's get on out of here. Because listen, you see my eyes. Whew, it look like I've been having another kind of session with my eyes all crumbled up like this, don't it? Like, yeah, man. Yeah. Cause I'm tired. Listen, I just need you to know what we do in those mail trucks. You have no idea the conditions, how hot it be in there sometimes. You have no idea. No idea. It drains you. It literally sucks the life out of you. Just being cooked all day. Chased by dogs, stepping in poop, fussed at by people because I don't have their check like I'm the one supposed to be paying them. That takes a lot out of you. Then you got to come home and pretend you got to play dad, play husband. Whew. So please excuse me for messing up every blue moon, because I know. Thank you. Whew. And and do I have to mention it's the first of the month? I ain't gotta say nothing else. It's the first of the month. Whew. Whew. I'm glad people get their checks, but boy, I'll be glad when it's over. It's like the holidays, huh? Whew. So yeah, just like the song say. Goodness. Everybody, y'all have a wonderful night, okay? I'm about to go peel these clothes up, man. I'm about to go lay it down, man, somewhere nice and chilly. I hope I was able to answer anybody's question. I'm going to do my best to put the information down below. Do me a favor that'll help me a little better. Put your question down below. Ask the solar question. It's easier for me to do it like that because this screen be moving like the wheel on The Price is Right. Put the question below and I'll do my best to answer it, okay? Everybody have a wonderful night. I would love to hang out. I thought I was going to have a little bit more juice than this, but man, I'm trying not to do that on y'all. I'm trying not to do that on you, but I'm taking it. So, what about an EMP? Mm-hmm. Oh, no, we ain't leaving yet. We ain't leaving yet. I gotta ask a question. Can I ask a question? We ain't leaving yet. Now I'm the one with a question. Out of all the things, that we not should be worried about, but out of all the things that's going on right now in the world, right now, the things that we see, the things that we know, the things that are happening, why is so many people worried about EMPs? That's what I want to know. Because see, to me, EMPs is up there with volcanoes. EMPs is up there with like asteroids. Okay? And it kills me how many people ask about EMPs. I kid you, every video. What about EMPs? What we gonna do about EMPs? But Barb, EMP for generator safety. If an EMP strike, even if you put your little radios and stuff in there, who are you gonna contact? everything will be melted down. Everything will be blown out. How you going to keep them charged? Because everything else that's supposed to charge them is burned out. Because that kills me. And people pay a lot of money for that. Like, somebody was like, how do we save our car from the EMP? You don't. You don't. That's the EMP to me is like the floods that's happening right now. What are we gonna do about our house? Go get some insurance. Cause it's a done deal. It's a wrap. I don't think people know exactly the extent of how much damage could happen from an EMP. That's the part. Everybody keep thinking they're going to get like an EMP on a porch and it's just going to hit a couple houses. This EMP ain't like a tornado. It's going to tear up, it's going to shut everything down in a vast range, if not everything. I don't worry about stuff I can't control. I don't worry about things I can't control. That's what he for. I don't worry about things like that. I don't worry about volcanoes. I just stay away from them. I don't want to live around a volcano. They're beautiful. Don't want to be living near one. So some stuff, I think people go too far with their preps. They wrapping their cars in tin foil and stuff. I think some people go too far. That's all. And a lot of people keep worrying about the EMPs. I'd be like, man, I used to think it was a rap group. It used to be EPMD. And I thought it was jokes. Like, why they keep bringing up this rap group? Is they coming back out? Did they get a reunion? I knew they can't be talking about some of this power that can destroy the planet. They couldn't be talking about that because you can't do nothing about that. But now, what we could do about EPMD, Eric Sermon could lose a little bit of weight and work on his vocals. They can't. Is this a hoax? I don't know. But with I keep wanting to say EPMDs. With EMPs, man, it's a wrap. I don't prep for things I can't fully control. Because you cannot wrap your whole life in foil and think you're going to be all right with that. That's just not even going to make no sense. You can't go wrapping stuff in foil. Listen, after a while, now we already got our food wrapped in foil, right? Mylar bag. That's as far as I go. After that, I'm done. Because the next thing is foil shoes, foil hats. I'm not getting into that club at all. Because foil shoes, foil hat, punch. I'm not doing it. I can see it now. Are you here at the EMP party? Are you new? Don't tell anybody. But I spiked the punch. You did? Oh, with some Remy? No. See that girl getting sleepy over there? Yeah. Huh? No. I don't go to them places, man. Them people join them cults and stuff like that. That's how it starts. Foil. Foil starts it all. Because you can't save yourself from everything. That's, to me, when you go too far, that's when you have separated your spirituality from reality. You understand? That's where we think you're trying to fix everything man's way. And you can't do that. That's where you lose your, to me, too much foil is where you draw the line with your spirituality. Because now, that to me, that's when your faith supposed to kick in. Not foil, man. Not foil. Foil ain't gonna save you. That's my opinion. I think once you get to a certain point of preps that I've seen, digging holes and bunkers up under the ground and living down there and stuff with your uncle and them, you done crossed the line. You done crossed the line. I'm not one of those kind of preppers. That's why I don't go there. I don't go into all that strange stuff. Yeah, radiation suits and if radiation fallout. Somebody even said, "What if the nuclear power plants blow up?" We doomed. Get right with God. What if the volcanoes blow up? You seen what happened to Pompeii. You seen the boy with the raisin bread. It didn't work out for him either. Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me. You know I'm sleepy. If you don't know about Pompeii and the boy with the raisin bread, you ain't never read the story, you ain't never did the history, go look it up. So, Lord, I'm sorry. Lord, I'm sorry. Some stuff you can't prep for, family. Some stuff you cannot prep for. The first prep and the last prep is you drop it to your knees. That's all I'm saying. Somebody, oh, Gigi Natural, you got the Pompeii. That stuff happening, man. You know how many people said, run! They know. The little boy with the raisin bread, he sat down and was like, right, prepare to meet your maker. Exactly. Anybody have ash on their cars plants this morning? Oh, no. What do you recommend for somebody living in a third floor apartment? Jen, I recommend that you do everything in your power to try to find a home, a house, like a trailer home or a house. I do not like apartments at all. I'm sorry. I try not to even advise nothing about apartments. I think an apartment is a death trap. I truly do. I've lived in a couple. I think that is the worst living situation that a human being could ever do. I've heard good things about the EcoFlow Delta, but I don't own one. I would like to. I like the EcoFlow River Max a lot, so I would like to. Yeah, Eco Neighbor, I went way back. What's up, brother? So I will never. I think apartments are literally death traps for people. I just don't think people supposed to be living like that. Everything about apartment living is a negative. You living with a bunch of other people. You don't know what the person next to you do. And they roaches will come to your house. They rats will come to your house. They spousal fighting or end up in your living room. Everything. Danger. The elevators is always broke. The stairways always got weirdos in them, and it always smelled like a hint of urine. Even in the nice apartments. Like, who did this? Oh, it ain't that some bad people was in here peeing. It's because the elevator was broke again, and you had to walk up 6 flights of steps. You got 2 arms full of groceries, and you gotta pee. Or your baby gotta pee. Man, I'll never do that again. I will never. Everybody say, what should I do about apartment? I promise you, get out. Try to find something else. I'd rather live in a trailer home. Ain't nothing wrong with trailer homes. They're just mobile. I'd rather live in one of them than live in an apartment. I'd rather live in a mobile home, a single or double wide, than ever have to live in a fancy apartment. I won't do it. Yeah, everybody want to argue in the morning, and when they argue in the stairwell, it's like They on stage with a megaphone. Oh, you hear everybody getting up. Listen, tell me I'm lying when I ain't. Oh, that's Mr. Anderson right now. You know, oh, he late. He running late because he usually out of here by 6:03. It's, oh my God, what's wrong? We need to go over there and check it out. You know everybody by the sounds of the stairwells. The kids going to school, the kids coming home, the parents who about to get a whooping, who having problems in their marriage. You hear everything and stuff you don't even want to hear. Stuff at night you don't want to hear. Mr. Anderson and Miss Anderson. I don't want to hear that. You don't want to see that. You know, I never want to live in an apartment again. My advice to people in apartments, just do everything. I understand this things is tight, but that's also mean you ain't looking around good enough because there's some houses that cost even probably cheaper than your apartment. Apartments is expensive to live in for some reason. You say, so glad you don't stay in an apartment. As soon as my wife and I got together, dating moved from an apartment. I'm telling you. Oh. Then they, just like you can hear them, they can hear you. So they know when you went to work, hey, that fool slipping, he gone. But his wife be there. She gone too. I just seen her too. Oh, for real? For real. Let's do this. Man, I hate that, man. I hate it. I hate it. They know what you doing. Oh, hey, old boy gone. Oh, for real? His wife in there? Yeah. And I'm about to go ask for a cup of sugar. Man, I hate apartments. I hate them. I don't even like really stay in the hotels. It's fancy. I own a condo. It's nice. But all that noise, all them people, I don't be like, everybody in the swimming pool. They call us the weirdos. We go swimming in the middle of the night at the pool. I don't want to be in there with a whole bunch of babies and stuff, boogers and stuff on them. I don't want to be in the pool with nobody else. Hey, want to get in the hot tub with us? No, not at all, sir. They fixed the hot pool. You guys want to get in? Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Oh, scoot over, Elaine. Let them in. No, thank you. We going to the bar. You sure? It's Bubbles. No, I'm cool. All right, let me get out of here. But I just wanted to answer those couple things. The EMPs. I think when you start worrying about EMPs, you kind of crossing the line a little bit. You might be overthinking things. And you know what I found out? It was just one guy kept bugging me about EMPs. And you know something? He didn't have no food stored up. He didn't have no power generators. He didn't have anything, but he talking about some aluminum trash can work to save his phones and stuff. So you didn't store no food. You don't do no pressure canning, storing no food away. You don't guard or nothing. No. I'm thinking about working on that, but I got to get this EMP thing squared away. Go to the dollar store. They got aluminum foil, 2 for $1. Start there with whatever you about to do. Because in a minute, you going to see who he is, too. He going to have one of them foil Jordans. Them foil Jordans. And that foil Godfather hat. Because, man, he's doomed. Doomed. I'm sorry. You think about this. Just it get too crazy. That's why I used to say I'm not a prepper. I used to say years ago that I am not a prepper. Because of that. Because once you start saying you a prepper, foil people come. And they'll be like, man, that's when they start talking about, you know, spaceships and rogue snakes and stuff. Like, what is a rogue snake? What is that? You know, the world's magnetic field starts shifting, and then it drives the snakes crazy, and it drives them to our inner magnetic field, and the snakes are attracted to the humans, even the poisonous ones. Oh, man. Oh. Well, what, you been watching too much Animal Planet? You fell asleep watching Animal Planet and woke up watching History Channel, Ancient Aliens, and you some kind of way mixed that all together in your brains, and you emailing me this magnetic rogue snakes from outer space. What the hell are you talking about? I don't go there, man. That's why I didn't used to call myself a prepper. Because it attract a certain kind of people. And I'm not with that part. That's that punch. I don't like all of that. I prep for reality. What we going through right now is what I prep for. I don't prep for entities from outer space and stuff, man. I'm going to bed. I'm done. Y'all have a one wonderful night. Okay, right. Predator. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. This was a long solo session. I ain't been on this long in a while, but I had fun. Okay? So I'm going to make an announcement tomorrow for everybody that's still in the house. I know a lot of people ain't going to hear this, so I did it. I'm going to make a big announcement tomorrow. Everybody, Mississippi Garden Girl, I just saw it. Here I come. Everybody have a wonderful night. Live Farmer 73. I love you, and I am out. All right? Enjoy yourself. If you got any solar questions, please put them down below. I try my best to answer them. All right. All right, Beauty in the Garden. Thank you, Regina Kelly. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Yeah, big announcement tomorrow. All right, Ession Family Garden. Ession Family Garden. Brother, I got to contact you first. All right. Got to go.